Two teenage girls were wandering around by themselves, which quickly drew my attention because the man with Baba had them as well, making similar advances. But of course, the young girls seemed oblivious. So I quietly and quickly got their attention and asked them to go find their parents and stay with them. At this moment, the mother in me was in foreign protection mode, trying not to spook them off. I couldn't imagine having my young children with me that night. Thank God, they were safe and sound. As I made my way to the checkout, I noticed one of the men coming up from behind me, walking at a faster pace this time. So I immediately stopped and turned to walk eyes with him as he approached. I'm not kidding. I will never forget the darkness that I saw in his eyes and an eerie, formless face as they nudged my shoulder, just continuing to steer. I had lost sight of the other two men, and I despised the uncertainty of it all. He made his message clear to me. In that very moment, my stomach dropped and my entire body began to shake. It was a feeling I hadn't felt since I was a small child getting lost in the supermarket, a feeling of desperation. I quickly walked to the checkout and discreetly asked the cashier if I could speak to a manager, telling them what had happened over the last hour and politely asking for a male employee to walk me to my car and for them to alert a member of their security. When I finally told the manager everything that had happened, her face had sunk as if she had already known about these men. And once I described them, she then confirmed that she knew exactly who I was talking about. I was still shaking, but I was relieved that she believed me and was concerned about the other young female customers in the store. She took my information, and a young male employee walked me out to my car. What I saw as I exited the store made me sick to my stomach, solidifying all of my suspicions. A white windowless vehicle was parked just behind my car in the winery. One of the guys was driving, while the other two were leaning against the side of the van facing my vehicle, trying to conceal themselves out of sight. How cliched and obvious can you get? Your license plate should say Lady Snatchers. Whatever their intention was at the time, it didn't seem to be pure. I pointed them out to the male employee and then shouted, "There they are, that's them," which sent all of the guys racing to the van and speeding out of the parking lot. True, we have no idea what would have happened to me if I had gone out to my vehicle alone, and I'm so friggin' glad that I arrived home safely and survived to tell my tale the following week. I'd heard that there had been other abduction attempts in the retail center parallel to that location, and I'm fairly convinced it was the same people. Human trafficking is definitely real. It is a horrible crime that may happen to anybody. You must pay close attention to your surroundings,